Well, guess what? Remember that Kenobi series? Yeah, probably best not to. But anyway, turns out there was a different approach. Apparently, at one point, they thought, hey, maybe we should make this prequel series correspond with what comes after it. Yeah. But that's what people would expect. And of course, real talent comes out of subverting expectations. Like a really cool twist you didn't see coming and stuff. Nah, let's just do a story that couldn't possibly fit with long established narratives and canon within a franchise that you spent billions to purchase. So anyway, Ewan McGregor was talking to somebody, I don't know, he was at a fan expo in Boston or what have you, and they were talking about Obi-Wan Kenobi and all that, and then McGregor said, well, initially it was going to be a story about me and Luke. Yeah, I wonder why they started there. Oh yeah, that's right, it's really the only story they could tell, unless you were going to do a story that didn't involve Luke and it was just Obi-Wan on some adventure, perhaps with Tusken Raiders or whatnot. Could have done that, I suppose, except they squandered that narrative on the crappy Boba Fett series. So anyway, for some bizarre reason, they decided to sideline Luke Skywalker and put in Leia, despite the fact that in New Hope, the original first movie, which is now the fourth in this, she didn't appear to really know him that well. She talks about her father having known him, and that, her father sent her, you got to find Obi-Wan Kenobi, the old Jedi Master, and all this sort of stuff. And that's the story. And for a while, people say, well, maybe it's just she doesn't know this is Obi-Wan. She just knows him as Ben. And no, they didn't bother with that. So, yeah, it says, well, there's wiggle room and whatnot and all this stuff. Then there was that whole idiot business of somehow he didn't know Anakin became Darth Vader. It's in Revenge of the Sith. He forgot, He just thought, wow, wouldn't it be a cool scene if he gets this shocking news? Yeah, but it doesn't fit within the narrative. It doesn't matter. It looks cool. So, yeah, that's what they did. Pretty awful. But of course, whatever reason, the Disney Lucasfilm hates Luke Skywalker, so they had to sideline him. And then the future's female, so they went with Leia. Even though within the plot it opens up her father wide to suspicion by the Empire. So the idea that he's going to secretly be the guy leading the rebellion, he'd be the first suspect. So my guess is now A New Hope has never happened because of this. Alderaan, certainly its leadership has been wiped out quite some time. I don't even know. I guess Leia would escape so she can survive to become the new hero. See, that's the kind of alternate universe stuff they would probably do if they wanted to embrace that. But anyway, yeah, it was obvious. What's the obvious story? Well, this is what's the parameters of your prequel. What can you do? What can't you do? You're immediately limited when you do a prequel. You can do them, but so far the only one I've seen make an attempt and do a fairly decent job of it is the Better Call Saul series. Everything else, Star Trek Strange New Worlds just didn't even try. Of course, Star Trek, the alternate timeline and parallel universe stuff is established within their canon, so you could always rely on that, but they've never actually said that. but you could do that with Star Wars. People refer to the world between worlds thing, and yeah, that's a possible escape hatch. But oh boy, it's just. But they'd screw that up too, It's just unnecessarily stupid. It's not just the wokeism is well, that's the motivation. It had to be about a little girl, not a little boy, because girls are better, and you can understand that that's the motivation to some extent and all that, and sure, that's true. And then they tokenized the Reva character and all that just for that reason, because they did a terrible job for her character. It gave her nothing. 1 minute she's brilliant, the next minute it's all stupid. It's just ridiculous how they did all that, and it's because they don't know what they're doing. The most obvious approach, and hey, wait a minute, it's like we're in the desert and dying of thirst, but wait, there's a canteen full of water. Wait a minute, what if we just pour it out and swallow sand? Oh my God. No one would expect that. That's right. There you go. That's the plan. Yeah. See, you almost had it. Almost had something, huh? Just can't. It's like that scene in the airplane movie where they had the lights on the runway. And, okay, we got to turn the lights on. And then the Robert Stack character, no, that's just what they'd expect us to do. well, yeah, you're trying to land the plane. And so they turn the lights off. That's where they learned, hey, that's subversion of expectations. That sounds smart, right? It's like big words. So, yeah, but the airplane was a comedy. You didn't, well, okay. Anyway, so there you go. It's just, pretty obvious that was the deal. But there's Ewan McGregor talking about it and trying to make it sound like this was a brilliant move. As everyone stopped and said, wait a minute, and then they changed it. You change things that are stupid and make it better. You don't change things that absolutely work and make sense. Well, yes, but they would have expected it. Yeah. Yeah.